Hi, I'm Audrey from Los Angeles. Despite coming from a poor family, a great part of my childhood was filled with happy memories thanks to my best friend, Gift. Our love for fashion drew us together. As kids, we drew clothes just like in the magazines, and then we would imagine being rich and wearing our own designs.
Aw, so cute! I want to make clothes like this someday. Me too, Gift. We will get there. Just don't stop dreaming.
Gift was really sweet, and I loved her to bits, even though she was shy. At school, we were the poorest, and our schoolmates didn't really like us. Once in 8th grade, Gift came to school with lunch for 2 of us, since we couldn't pay for the cafeteria food. We were about to eat when Britt walked up to us. She was the school's troublemaker, and especially loved to make fun of us, and Gift was very afraid of her.
Ew! Cover that up! It stinks! But my mom made it. So? She's a bad cook! Now cover that up!
I grabbed Gift's hand before she could and took a big mouthful. The meal was a choke full of salt, but I forced it down. No way was I supporting Britt calling my bestie's mom a bad cook.
So yummy!
And are you eating a hamburger today again? Watch out, it's telling on your tummy.
What?
Like every other girl obsessed with her body, she ran away to check her actually very flat tummy in the restroom. We ate our salty food in peace, but Britt just wouldn't let us rest. I mostly endured her nasty remarks and attitude, but in 10th grade, she did something that made me lose my cool. Gift and I were in the library sketching when Britt grabbed our sketchbooks from us.
Britt, give that back! Oh, what's this? You two want to be designers? Poor people can't be designers, honey. So let me help you get rid of this dream.
She raised the sketchbooks and tore them apart, and I saw red. I brought my foot up to kick some sense into her, but before it could land, my sneakers ripped in the front and my toes poked out.
Everyone, look! Audrey has a rotten shoe!
Everyone laughed, and for the first time in a long while, I wanted to cry from how humiliated I felt. But then Gift took off her sneakers and gave them to me. What? You will go barefooted?
I guess I'll be the school's Bigfoot today.
That day, in my eyes, Gift was like an angel, and I promised myself to do something big for her someday. The following weekend, I mended my old shoes and went to give hers back. But on arriving to her house, I saw that they were moving. Gift, what's going on?
Oh, hi, Audrey. I was just about to come and give you this.
She had bought me a brand new pair of sneakers. Gift, that was super sweet of you. But may I ask, where did you get the money for these?
My parents are super rich now.
Gift's parents won a $1 million contract, so they were moving to a better neighborhood. I'm going to miss you so much, Gift.
Oh, don't worry, I'll see you at school. I told my parents I don't want to change schools.
I was happy that Gift was at the same school, but the next day at school, the news was all over that Gift's parents had hit the jackpot. And when Gift finally arrived with a brand new Ferrari, everyone stared as she walked into school with sparkly designers. Even Britt. Hey, Gift, over here! She made to come to me, but Greg, one of the most quiet students in our class, smacked into her and spilled the juice in his hand. Britt was beside them in a second.
OMG! Greg! How dare you ruin my bestie's jacket? Lick it now!
I'm sorry. Please, let me just wipe it.
Hey, it was an accident. And since when did Gift become your bestie?
Since she became rich!
Gift, you don't need to hang out with a poor loser like Audrey anymore. I expected Gift to reject Britt's shameless attempt to wiggle into her good graces, but what she did next shocked me. She pulled off the jacket and shoved it close to the guy's face.
Lick it.
Are you crazy, Gift? It's a leather jacket that can be cleaned.
Stay out of this, Audrey. Unless you have $5 grand to buy me another jacket. I don't think so.
I was so mad at her that I plucked out $10 from my pocket and flung it at her. That should get it cleaned. Without looking back, I grabbed the guy and we entered class. Well, Gift turned her back on me from that day and began to hang out with Britt and her friends. I knew they only liked her for her money, but she was too glad to roll with the popular crowd she couldn't see that. I was sad to lose a friend, but I took comfort in my mom, who always tried to motivate me. One day, we were cleaning out my house when she caught sight of my old sketchbook.
Hey, I remember this book.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can ever be a designer, Mom. Brit said it's not for poor people.
And since when do you care about what Brit says? With what I see here, you're already one.
Looking through the book reminded me so much of my days with Gift and made my heart ache. But Mom was right. My drawings were awesome. And even if Brit said I didn't have a chance because I was poor, I wanted to try first. But where could I start from? My answer came days later in the form of someone sharing flyers for a teen fashion training and competition during the approaching summer. The winner was going to get $1 million and have a one-on-one tutorship from an unnamed popular designer that would be unveiled at the end. When I told my mom about it, she was rooting for me to go. She even asked that I tell Gift.
Why would I do that? She's not my friend anymore. Maybe you'll be friends again if you do. Come on, I know you miss her.
And what if she comes in and wins?
Well, competition is the best form of motivation, and whether you win or not doesn't matter. The experience alone is what truly matters.
Mom was right. I really missed Gift. It was the only thing that made me go to her house the next day.
What are you doing here?
I came to give you this.
What is this junk?
It's a chance for us to be designers, like we used to dream.
Look, I don't need to be a designer anymore since I can afford designers now. So get lost!
She slammed the door in my face, and I felt so embarrassed and angry. I was definitely not talking to her again. Summer holidays came by, and I went to the address on the flyer for the training competition. I was shocked to see Gift there as one of the trainees. I thought you wouldn't come.
Like I would let you become a designer before me.
What's your problem, Gift? Why did you let money change you like this?
Everyone changes at the taste of money, Audrey. Everyone.
I was just about to give Gift a piece of my mind when a rickety old woman arrived.
I think you missed the old people's home.
No, I'm here for the competition.
Everyone gaped at her. The trainees' chairs were filled up.
Well, nowhere to sit, old lady. So shoo!
Don't talk to her like that! I stood up from my chair and gave it to her.
Bless you, child.
The instructor soon came, and I had to stand for the rest of the class. My legs hurt, and Gift made sure to stick her tongue out at me all through. When class was over, the woman handed me a bunch of handmade, beautiful fabric flowers.
You'd be needing this.
Thank you. I didn't understand what she wanted me to do with it, until some days later, we were asked to make our first real outfit. The best 5 would continue to the next stage. I made a lovely dress, but when I added the flowers to the dress, it immediately stood out. I won first place, and Gift won 3rd. The old woman won 5th. I couldn't help but wonder why the old lady didn't use the flowers for her dress. So when I saw her waiting outside, I approached her. Thank you for helping me, but why didn't you use the flowers for your design?
I don't like poke noses. Don't worry, I won't help you again.
I didn't mean to. My jaw dropped as a G-Wagon stopped before her and 2 guards got out.
Time to go, ma'am.
I could only stare. Who was this old woman who has bodyguards and a G-Wagon? The woman was about to enter the car when her hair turned to a strained angle. Ma'am, your hair... She fixed it back quickly, and the guard slammed the door before I could see anything else. But I was sure what I saw. She was wearing a wig. Was she bald? I had little time to dwell on the strange woman because our training got harder, and soon I had only Gift to go against for the final winner to be decided. That was when I had a strange encounter with Gift. I was shopping some secondhand clothing from a thrift store when I noticed Gift there too. Hey, I think you lost your way. The rich people's boutique is across this one.
Oh, really? I must have lost my way. Of course, what am I doing in a thrift store? I wear brand new designers only.
I knew she was lying about losing her way. Maybe she just wanted to save up some of her fat allowance by buying some cheaper summer clothes. It was her problem though. I was totally focused on the final competition, which was finally a day away. Then something happened that threw me off my feet. I was getting ready for the last day of training week when I heard a thud. I rushed to the kitchen and found my mom curled up on the kitchen floor where she had fallen from a slip. Everything else happened in a blur. I called the ambulance and Mom was rushed to the hospital. We needed a lot of money for a massive surgery since she broke several bones. The day of the final competition between Gift and I arrived, but I didn't have it in me to go because Mom was still in the hospital.
Just go to the competition, honey. I will be fine.
Mom, I can't leave you.
You have to, Audrey. It'll be much better if you do.
And so I went, but because I was so distracted, Gift beat me by a whopping 5 marks. The second round was the deciding one, and we were asked to take a short break before we start. While we waited, I went to use the washroom hoping to clear my head. Gift came in seconds later.
I would just go home if I were you. I'm going to win this.
Sorry, Gift. I won't make it easy for you. Honestly, I was quite nervous Gift could win. I hadn't dwelled on the money I could gain if I won this, but with Mom needing money for treatment, the money was all I could think about now. Sometime after Gift left, the old woman came in. I hadn't spoken with her since the last time she left with a fancy ride.
Seems like your head isn't in the game, child. I'm having a really bad day, if you couldn't tell.
She slipped a tiny pair of scissors into my hands.
Ruin Gift's final outfit, so only yours gets to shine. Easy win.
With the way things were going, it was a very tempting suggestion, but I won't hurt another person for me to win. If I win fair and square.
Suit yourself.
Minutes later, Gift and I were back on stage making our dresses. I forced myself to think of nothing else but doing my best. We finished in the evening and went home, waiting for the judge's arrival and decision tomorrow morning. I stayed by my mom all through the night. The next day, the judges arrived and Gift and I were asked to present our dresses. But when I unveiled mine, it was in ruins.
Is this a prank or what?
I swear, it wasn't like this, but I turned to Gift, who was struggling to hide a smile.
Gift! You insane lizard brain! You did this!
I didn't do anything.
Oh, yes, you did.
Everyone turned to watch the old woman walk in.
I now proclaim Audrey the winner of this competition. Huh? Somebody please take her to an old people's home. She's losing.
Everyone watched in shock as the old woman pulled off her disguise. She still has a few gray hairs, but she was not as old as I thought.
Laura Gaga?
Was Gift saying the old woman was Laura Gaga? The most elusive and creative designer in the planet?
Right as rain, kid. I want an heir that has talent, good character, empathy. Gift, you're talented for sure, but you're too selfish and proud. Audrey refused to cheat, even though she saw signs you could beat her in a fair game. But you didn't think twice about it.
I was amazed to discover that the scissors stuff had just been a test, and that old woman was the designer we were all competing for. Laura Gaga threw me a small celebratory party that day and signed me a check of $1 million. We would also have a one-on-one tutorship after school hours. With some of the money, I paid the hospital for Mom's surgery, and we deposited the rest in the bank. I wasn't gonna spend it till we had a foolproof plan of how to invest it. When school reopened, I got to school in my favorite thriftwear and sneakers, but somehow everyone had heard that I was rich. I was barely surprised when Britt walked up to me and put her hands around my shoulders.
Look who's a millionaire now. So what's the first thing on the list? Shopping, party, designer clothes?
I was just about to shove her away when I saw Gift curled up in a corner, crying. Gift, what happened?
Apparently, her parents only won a lottery, wasted their money. Now they are back to being square one. I just gave her a small welcome back to poverty.
I was so mad at Britt, it felt like I would explode.
Why are you laughing? I thought she was your friend. Was. Not anymore. You're my new bestie, Audrey. I'd rather have a pig as a bestie. Get lost!
Britt glared at me and left, and I sat beside Gift. Hey, so you weren't in that thrift shop by accident, huh? Yeah. Audrey, I'm really sorry. When I learned that my parents had gone bankrupt, I was desperate to win, so I agreed to ruin your dress when Laura Gaga suggested it. I'm so ashamed of myself. Well, it wasn't easy for me to reject the suggestion, too. You deserve the win, Audrey. You deserve every good thing. Please forgive me. Looking at her, the image of her walking barefoot because she lent me her shoes came to me. Despite what she'd done, I couldn't forget that. Well, I won't be touching the money I won till the next 5 years. So if you're coming to spend it, sorry. Thank you. I missed you, Audrey. I missed you too. No matter what you become or have tomorrow, be yourself. Be humble, make friends that stick with you through thick and thin, and be that friend. One more thing, guys. Spend wisely.